not the start we wanted to get coming out today, and the quick 2 goals there and get down 2-0 to against a good hockey team is hard to come back from. But I thought we kind of righted ourselves there, and got a goal from Sid Langseth there to get us back to 2-1 to get through the first period. So I think we were excited about that and getting through. And as we went on from then, I think even at the 4-2, when we got to 4-2, we had on the power play right there, but we had a chance on that in the third and gave up the shorthanded goal, and then the game kind of got away from us. They made some plays and they got some good playmakers, and I think it was a good lesson for us to learn that we've got to keep playing hard no matter what. Any type of lull you have in your performance or sag you have in your performance, is not going to be a good situation for us. So, but I thought the girls, they finished strong. They played hard to the end of the game. I was excited for our group of freshman forwards there. Cameron Van Bantavia, Ava Guillemette, and Lauren Zawowski scored a great goal and really worked hard and gave us some energy when they got on the ice. So they got an opportunity to play and get some minutes, and certainly earn that time going forward.
I had to double check the box score because at first I thought it was last night's with the shot total. They have almost identical amount of shots. We have 9 shots again in the second period with I think 1 less shot than last night. How do we just create more chances in the first and third period?
Well, we're trying to do that. I mean, when a team's quick and puts pressure on you, I think that's what Wisconsin tries to do. They try to up the pace of the game, and it's tough. There's not a lot of room. We talked about with our players about needing to play with speed, and not just speed of feet, but speed of head too. Like, we had to think the game quick, but it's not like we're not trying to get shots. It's not trying to get opportunities. I thought there was a number of opportunities. We had a chance to make a play and we missed a pass. And again, I think sometimes that has to do with the pace of the game, and when it's cranked up a little bit, it's a little harder to function. So we just gotta connect on the plays and be thinking offense when we're getting into the offensive zone. That we've got to get pucks to the net and we've got to get bodies there, and we'll get opportunities.
Coach, over the last few weeks, Langseth has now generated 11 points in the last 13 games. What can you speak on the assistant captain's play this year?
Well, she's really been good for us. I know it was a struggle for her, and for the first part of the season there, she was really slow coming out of the blocks, goal scoring wise. But I mean, we were confident in her, and we tried to express that confidence to her that, hey, they'll start coming for her. But even at that time when she was struggling to score, I think she was I know she was doing a lot of other things for us. She's so good on the face-offs. She's a smart hockey player defensively. She plays the game 200 feet at both ends, and is just so smart with the puck and slippery with the puck. So she got herself going there, I think, right before Christmas, and it just kept going into the New Year's here. So we're really excited for how she's playing, and she's made that line with Taylor Otremba and Whitney Tuttle really go.
Yeah, and I hate to double dip with players, but Whitney Tuttle, not sure assists tonight. That's seven straight games with at least a point. What's going for this line in particular that you can maybe spread to other lines?
Well, I mean, I think the one thing about them is they enjoy playing with one another, and I think they play similar games. They play games where they like making plays to other players. I think they're concerned about scoring a goal. They're not concerned about who scores a goal. So they can play what, I always say some players can play a big game where they can make long passes and they can skate and play in open ice. But other players can play in small ice and make plays in small areas. And all 3 of those players can do that. They can play on the freeway and they can play on a city downtown street too, because they're clever with their hands and they think alike. And I think putting them together, it's been impossible to break them up because they've played so well together.
And what do you think of Hansen's play tonight?
Well, Haley made some big saves. I mean, she made some really big saves. The first 2 were really unfortunate that went in. That gave them a 2-0 lead. I think one was might have banked off about 3 shin pads and went in there, and bounced around in the net. But Haley stays so focused and she's so mentally into the game, and you saw that as the game went on. She made some really great saves there, and like I said, there was a couple goals that went by her that she had no chance on because of of the quality of the play made by the other team. So and I know this is something the way Haley is something she'll look at and evaluate and watch herself play, and she'll get better because of it.
Sure. And last question: what can you take away from this game where that you can start to implement in your thinking for Minnesota?
Well, I think we talk about it, and I mean you always talk about being ready to play, and it's a new day and it's a new game, and that you always have to try to raise your game, that you kind of forget about how the game went the night before. You just kind of know the result, and it was kind of tight. And then you're going, well, I mean, tomorrow will be the same way, and it didn't start that way. So I think that's going to be the important thing, that we prepare ourselves for the start of games, and that we understand that, and we talk about this, that sometimes you don't always win games in the first 5 minutes or first 10 minutes, but you can lose them in the first 5 minutes, or you can get yourself in a big hole in the first 5 minutes, and that's what we did tonight, and we had a tough time digging out of that.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.